Hello, welcome to my channel. I'm Lyndon Wood. I tend to make videos to assist and help as many people as I can from what I have become to understand and of course my knowledge and know-how because I believe that everybody should be able to grow their wealth and protect their income and grow their income and of course retire better off, not worse off, as tend to be the case. We retire worse off. So look, I'm going to share with you today my insights on how people work all day but don't have any time to make any money. So my background is I started my company at age 19 back in August 1990, the start of a big recession, almost just as computers are starting to get going. I built that up over 32 years. I sold 4 years ago off to a private equity backed firm and of course manage my own capital and make it my own business to understand what's going on in the world, from finance, geopolitics, and the rest of it. I've advised many businesses in the hundreds. I still do it quite often for free of charge because I'm that kind of guy. I do some paid gigs as well. That's what I do. And of course, written a book. I'm not here to plug the book, so I won't even mention the name, but wrote a book 10 years ago now, which was 52 chapters and strategies tried and tested in my company that built my business. So look, most people work all day, meetings, calls, emails, and of course at the end of the day they feel productive, but here's the truth: busy doesn't always equal wealthy. So if you're working every single hour of every single day, blah, boring routine, you've probably left yourself no time to actually make money. Sounds weird, right? But you know, if you're in a job and you've got your, 12, 15, 20 pound hourly rate if you're lucky, then where's your space? Where's your brain space? I've seen it time and again where people grind for 8, 10, 12 hours a day, but they never really cross that next level. The £1 million earning bracket, where if you're in business, the £1 million profit or turnover, or if you're in a job, to double, treble, quadruple your salary and realize your worth, the next level. So why? Well, it's because real wealth comes from something different. I myself, I think a lot. When I go to bed, my eyes are shut, but things go through my head. When I wake up in the morning, I lay there and I'm thinking about things and considering my next calls of action or what my priorities are, and all that good stuff. So, they think differently. Planning, designing, your next move. Whereas if you're keeping busy, then you don't have time to really strategize and think of your next step and think logically about what you're doing with your money, with your finances, with your home maybe. Should you take the car finance, or should you put that deposit money or money into an investment? This kind of thinking, smart thinking. Rather than impulsive, I fancy a new car and I buy a new car that depreciates. So I often say this, some of my best business decisions didn't come from a desk or a meeting room. They came from sitting quietly, laying back, or just pacing and thinking. I call it awake meditation, really. I don't meditate. I don't see the point in meditation myself, my personal opinion. Sitting there and stressing about I need to meditate today, sort of counterproductive, really. But awake meditation, sitting there silently in the chair. I remember waking up one day, going downstairs, sitting in my chair, and I looked at my watch, and 5.5 hours had passed. 5.5 bloody hours. And it went like it was 5 minutes. Not even a cup of tea or coffee, nothing, just went. That's awake meditation. Maybe depression, but it's awake meditation. So with no laptop, no phone, just space. You need that brain space. That's when the big ideas appear. So that's when you connect the dots. Other people miss it. I just came out of a mini cold, so a bit sinusy. So it's where you get to join the dots. So your brain space is super important. Anybody invading that brain space is just sucking up that energy. And then here's the key. I go into fast action, because it's great having the thoughts and ideas, but you have to go into action. It's the execution plan that matters, right? So you go into fast action, explore the idea, test it, and either execute hard or deny it quickly. No wasting time. So you've got to rule things in and out super fast. So why do most people never break through? Well, they confuse activity with progress. It's not. They spend all day reacting instead of creating, so lots of firefighting, reacting to an email, reacting to a situation, firefighting stuff. They spend all day, not enough to see the bigger game, not enough time to see the bigger game. So it's very tactical rather than strategic. So you need a bit of both, but you need to have that time for really thinking about, right, my next steps. Is that next step in career? Is it next step in business? What is it? Meanwhile, those who win at scale, growth, are carving out, deliberate time for strategy and vision. And I know that because I speak to many perceived successful people, millionaires, multimillionaires, sometimes billionaires, and they all do the same thing. They sit quietly, they contemplate, they plan. They're not lazy, they're disciplined. They cut out the noise so they can focus on what multiplies wealth, what grows their income, and what grows their wealth over time. So if you're stuck working all day but never getting ahead, ask yourself this. When was the last time you stopped to think, not just do? Am I planning for growth or just surviving? A lot of people are just surviving. They're working, end of month, they get their salary, all the bills go out, and you're left with 100 quid. And you're going, well, all them hours I just put in, all the stress I just experienced, why am I doing this? Do I allow space for ideas before rushing back to work? I mean, you have lunch hour, use that. Because here's the truth. Wealth isn't built in hours. You fill, it's built in the space that you create. And if you don't seem to have the time because of work hours or work commitment, you get home, you've got your kids and your family and all the rest of it, chat with your partner, your wife, your husband, etc., and carve out some time, because it's the most valuable thing you can do. Make time to consider things, to think. That's where the money is. That's where you make those moves. So if this hit home, drop me a comment below. Do you actually carve out time to think every week, or does being busy always win? Don't be a busy fool. And if you found this useful, hit subscribe. I don't do these for subscribers, although it's nice because it's recognition and all the rest of it. I share more strategies on wealth, business, and growth. I'd see you in the next one. But look, I share what I become to understand, and hopefully it's all useful and it helps you. So create some brain space. Go for it.